Title: The Echoes of a Forgotten Childhood. At 15, Daniel had learned the art of running away. He was a ghost, slipping through the cracks of a broken home where love was a foreign concept and pain was a familiar companion. His father's fists were the storm, and his mother, a silent witness, drowned in her own despair. The nights were the worst. The shadows whispered secrets of the past, and the walls echoed with the cries of a boy who only wanted to be seen. Each time he ran, he carried nothing but the tattered clothes on his back and a heart heavy with wounds that never healed. He found refuge in the alleys of the city, where the streetlights flickered like the hope he clung to. He scavenged for food, slept under bridges, and learned to navigate the world with a wary gaze. But the street was a cruel teacher, and by the time he turned 15, Daniel was already a master of survival. As the years rolled on, he became a man shaped by the scars of his childhood. At 55, Daniel was a broken shell, a mosaic of pain and regret. His hair had turned silver, but his eyes still held the flicker of that runaway boy, lost in the chaos of life. He had tried to build a new life, but the ghosts of his past haunted him relentlessly. Each job he took ended in failure, each relationship crumbled under the weight of his unresolved trauma. On that particular day, as he sat on the park bench, he watched the children laugh and play, their joy a stark contrast to the emptiness that filled his heart. They were free, unburdened by the chains of a troubled past. He remembered the days when he too had dreamed of a life beyond the darkness, but those dreams had long since faded into the shadows. As he took a swig from the bottle, a small girl approached him, her eyes wide with curiosity. "Why don't you play with us?" she asked, her voice bright and innocent. Daniel looked at her, the question echoing in his mind. Why indeed? He had forgotten how to play, how to laugh without pain. "I can't, sweetheart," he replied, his voice rough like gravel. "I am too old for that." But the girl didn't understand. She simply smiled, her innocence shining like a beacon in his dark world. "You're never too old to play," she insisted, her laughter ringing like a bell. "Come on." For a moment, Daniel felt a flicker of something he hadn't felt in years. Hope. He hesitated, the weight of his past pressing down on him, but as he watched her run back to her friends, he made a choice. Maybe he couldn't change the past, but perhaps he could reclaim a piece of his lost childhood. With a deep breath, he stood up, the bottle slipping from his fingers and shattering on the pavement. The sound startled him, but it also felt liberating. He walked toward the laughter, each step a small act of defiance against the ghosts that had haunted him for so long. In that moment, Daniel realized that while he could never erase the scars of his childhood, he could choose to live in the present. And as he joined the children in their games, he felt the first stirrings of joy, an echo of the boy he once was, a boy who was still alive somewhere deep inside.